Welcome back to Tiny Space Academy, Part 4. So, we have a space station research mission here. We're going to need to basically get the science going there on the large science module. So we'll go ahead and we'll deploy the solar panels to get power, because we need to get up to 500, and we're only at 460 something, so we're going to need to get this thing up. We're now at 470. We can do our EVA, so that's awesome. We're going to need to get our 2 astronauts into the large science module. We just completed the fully crew the large research module mission, our objective, I guess, in this mission. So now we're just waiting for the power to get up to 500 so that we can kick off the science. And I'm taking a look and seeing where the other, looks like it's on the other side of the planet, basically, of where the other docked ship is. We got to get crew in there, so let's transfer the crew back into the large science module. There we go. And now we should be able to run our science. There we go. All right, it's going to take us about 5 minutes. So, in that period of time, we are going to attempt to rescue this other astronaut, which is kind of lost in space, sitting in the docked module, I guess, that we have, that connected both the drone and the capsule. So he's in there, he's in his capsule, and we do have a space for him. So we're going to need to try to figure out how to get there, and how to try to rescue him. So I'm noticing we're on the inside track here, which means that we'll be catching up. They're pretty much on the other side of the planet. It looks like we might go outside as well, so on the outside track as well. Let's take a look. Let's speed it up. So we're on the inside, and then we go on the outside for quite a while, and then again on the inside. It looks like over time we're probably gonna, God, there's just a long stretch here though where it's on the outside. Here's our other our old one, and it looks like it's fully powered. We should be able to actually, I wonder if we get more. What I want to really do actually is try to get this thing out of the way. I'm going to run the science on there and see if we get more science from just running the research. But what I kind of want to do though is to get this satellite out of the way of our other operations that are going on. I think that if I just boost this, if I boost it up, I can just get a higher orbit. Looks like we have some fuel in order to do it. Let's do that. Let's get a little more circular orbit too. It was a little eccentric. All right, cool. That's kind of out of the way, so that's nice. It was a little bit distracting to have that other capsule kind of there. All right, looks like we completed our large module science module research. We got $1,500 plus 125 science, so that is fantastic. And it looks like we've completed all of the Earth missions. So the next focus will be the moon. But until then, I want to attempt to get to rescue this guy. So we're seeing that these two things. See, I've kind of pushed the orbit out on this to let the other one kind of catch up, and so it's getting closer. And it's going to go by. That's a little bit far. So there's our docked module there. I'm thinking that we're a little bit far away right now. I mean, it's kind of a shame that it went that far, but I think I'm just going to need to try to get this thing positioned to get a little bit closer. So I'm going to pull it down. And let the other one speed up. There we go. Oh, I think I'm going down too far into the atmosphere. I gotta get that orbit back up. I gotta use these RCS to do it. Let's see. Come on. Widen it. Get it up out of the atmosphere. Going way too fast. Alright, I pushed that orbit out really far. Boy, that was some bad maneuvering right there. That was not using the RCS thrusters properly, is pretty much what that is. So this is gonna, sorry guy, this is gonna delay your rescue. The whole world is watching as we attempt to rescue this astronaut from the docked. He was able to dock it for the very first time in history, which was a fantastic feat. It was amazing. But he's kind of been left out in space. And now we're pushing this orbit out in order to get the perigee out of the atmosphere. And that actually should do it. So now we're getting the other capsule to catch up to us. Here it comes. All I can say is I'm glad that we're not going back into the atmosphere here at perigee. So that's good. All right, we're speeding up, and now we're going to be on the outside path, way outside. That's what I wanted to do, is kind of push it way out there. All right, let's see if we can converge these two as they try to meet in their orbits. It looks like we're going to get fairly close here. All right, so here's our click on the capsule. There's our crew member that we need to rescue. And here comes the other ship. Let's get him out. Oh no, we've had a collision in space. We've got to go get that. We got to get toward that. Go. We got to get toward this. Wow, look at this view. We got to get toward. Here we go. Now we're getting towards this ship. Oh, we had a green. And we can get him in. All right. The world goes crazy because we have actually got all 3 of the astronauts in the medium capsule. An amazing feat, a daredevil rescue with a collision that provided dramatic emotions amongst everybody. But here we go. We are going to try to get this capsule back into Earth orbit, or back into the atmosphere, so that we can get that. We're going to say goodbye to our engine and fuel tank, and we are going to recoil those solar panels. And we are going to descend, an attempt to descend, that is, into the atmosphere here. All right, so we're going into our descent. We are going to deploy our parachute as early as possible, I suppose. We're coming down at 92 meters per second, which is way too fast. We're finally deploying the... oh no. Oh no. It looks like we've lost... They've smashed into the Hawaiian Islands. And everyone is lost. I'm wondering if there's a way here to not lose everybody. But it looks like everybody has been lost, and this is very, very sad. It's a very, very sad day. Yeah, I don't think that we are going to be able to recover from that. So let's move on. The satellite orbiter we need to send to the moon needs to have a small science module so that we can activate that while it's around the moon. We're going to put a satellite dish on top of it to get more science. And then we'll have a solar panel there to make sure that we have power. We will put on a little tank there. We're gonna put on... What kind of tank do you think that I'm going to need in order to go to the moon? I'm wondering if that small tank is going to be enough fuel in order to get us there. Probably not. I mean, maybe one with 25 fuel is better, or 50. I'm just not sure. Well, I'm going to put a fairing down. And then I'll put one of those big tanks. I'm just not sure if I'm going to have enough fuel. So I'll put a big tank and I'll put a vacuum engine there. And then we'll get our small decoupler, cover that engine there. And then we'll have a big tank. And then we'll have an engine, our first stage engine. That should be fine. That should get us out of the atmosphere, and then we got 50 fuel in order to work with, so we should have plenty. This is going up nicely. just to the top of the atmosphere, it looks like. And we'll just boost this thing up, get it out of the atmosphere. As soon as we do, we should be able to get better fuel efficiency. Yeah. All right. So we're at what, 31, 30, 29. We got tons of fuel. Okay, let's push this out. Get it toward the moon. So we're going toward the moon, which is great. And then let's take a look. We got 345 science. And I'm wondering if we keep on running these experiments, if we're actually going to get more science. So that'll be interesting to see. All right, so we're basically we're going to get to the other side of the Earth, opposite side of the moon. Let's run the science and let's see if we get any science out of that. Science points. All right, so here's our capsule. We just basically need to get to the other side of the moon. I'm sorry, the other side of the Earth, so that we can push out our orbit and get it closer to the moon. So let's just run. Hey, we did get some science. We got 3 more science. Okay, that's good. Good to know. It's not very much, but it's something. All right, we're pretty much on the opposite side of where the moon is. So let's just turn this thing and let's expand our orbit a bit. Ditch the fairing. We don't need that anymore. But yeah, we should be able to expand this orbit now. We're pretty. There we go. Let's just get it right outside the moon. There. Nice. Okay. So now we should be able to bring it. I know we're just way too far out, so I'm trying to bring it in there. I'm going to push it out just a bit so that we're just outside the moon. There we go. All right, we should be able to work with that. All right, so we're getting once we get close, we'll go ahead and do an orbital burn so that we slow down and get captured by the moon's gravity. And we've just deployed our solar panels because we're going to need to get the small science module rolling. Okay, so we have our capsule. We're going to need to do a burn here and shrink this orbit. Slow it down and get captured into the lunar orbit, which it looks like we just did. That's awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and shrink down this orbit, make it a little bit more circular. Great. And that's not too bad. It could be a little bit more circular, but that actually works out fairly well. All right, so our science module, I think we need to get to 125 in order to run this. So once we hit 125, should be able to run this. Boom. Science module. All right, let's just go in orbit here. We just finished up the science module and we just finished the mission. That is great. We got $1,300 and 75 science for that. That was not a very difficult mission. That was pretty cool. All right, so now we're going to send a crew around the moon in orbit. We got to do 5 orbits, and then we have to return back to Earth. So this is kind of like, an Apollo 8 Apollo 9, maybe 10. So basically, we're looking at moon surveillance, and we are going to be looking for a landing site, I suppose, on the moon. So let's just get. We have our capsule. We'll just send one person up there, just so that we don't lose more astronauts. Boy, those poor three souls. All that work to save the astronaut, and then to crash down onto the Hawaiian Islands in front of the entire world. The world just went from ecstasy or tragedy in a matter of just a few minutes. That was rough. And all because we didn't put a couple more parachutes on there, I believe. Now, I don't know. It's possible the other parachutes wouldn't deploy or that they wouldn't have slowed it down enough, but I think it would have given us a much better chance if we were able to have had more parachutes. But that was very sad. Anyway, we are going to put that behind us, like what happened with I think it was the Gemini 1. Pretty sure it was Gemini 1. That was pretty bad. So anyway, we are going to push this orbit out past the moon. Oops, looks like we've got an escape velocity. Let's turn that back around and let's just narrow that orbit in a bit so we get recaptured by the Earth's gravity well. Okay, good. That worked out just fine. Now we're going to get towards the moon. And we should be able to do a burn here fairly soon and slow us down to get captured by the moon's gravity. Speed up time a little bit to get a little bit closer. All right. So once we get closer here, we will did a little bit there, but once we get a little bit closer, there we go. So it will take us out of the gravity well, which is not good. So we need to get this a little bit tighter. All right, well, we're inside the gravity well now, at least. And we can do our orbits. And we're way far away, and then we'll bring it nice and close. There we go. We got a good view of our possible dark side landing site. And we just need to complete 5 orbits, so let's just keep going. All right, we need one more orbit. Let's see how slow it goes when we get that far away, but now we'll bring it back in. Careful. All right. So we have completed our orbits. Now we just need to get back to the Earth. This might be a close encounter. Oh, wow. That was pretty close. All right. So now we just need to expand out the orbit here. Get it. There we go. I'm sure that we're around. Oh, yeah. We're way outside. We can go ahead and just turn it around. Get this thing to give a perigee somewhere inside of the atmosphere. And that looks like it's just right in the clouds. So looks like it, yeah. Looks like we're inside the atmosphere. We should be fine. All right, so we are going to detach. And that thing should actually follow us right down. Yes, it will. It'll follow us right down and splash down. All right, so we have our capsule, and we are going to speed up time as we fall back down to Earth. Just falling, see? It's just falling. Okay, we're getting closer to the atmosphere now. What could go wrong? We've got some heat damage, but it's not too bad. We're going to deploy our parachute, and since we have just a capsule, we should be able to slow down very nicely. Yes. There we go. All right, we're coming down here, and we are going to land it and splash down safely to finish the mission. All right, we get $1,500 and 1,000 science. We get to recover some. That's cool. So the next mission up is a crewed landing on the moon. You will not want to miss the next mission. We are going to land on the moon.